My name is Valerius Hoss, Warden of Dark Mind Asylum. Welcome to Dark Mind Asylum. Within these walls, we contain individuals whose minds and abilities defy normal comprehension. Today, we examine 3 such subjects. You will hear their complete psychological profiles, past incidents, abilities, and containment measures. Listen carefully, for every detail matters. Dark Mind Asylum. Cryptid Dossier File 013. Black Demon Shark. Classification: Deep Ocean Apex Predator / Bioluminescent Adapted Elasmobranch. Specimen Designation: BDS-01/ The Abyssal Hunter. Status: Extremely Hostile. Location of Retrieval: Mariana Trench, Pacific Ocean. Date of Containment: March 11, 2021. Compiled by Warden Valerius Hoss. Mythological origins, reality corrected. Legends describe enormous black sharks that drag entire ships under the water, sometimes attributed to vengeful sea spirits. Reality: a genetically and physiologically divergent shark species, evolved for extreme deep ocean survival and predatory efficiency. Adapted to pressures exceeding 1,000 atmospheres, bioluminescent organs allow active camouflage and prey luring. Prey detection includes electroreception, thermal sensing, and sonar-like echolocation via modified lateral lines. 2. Physical description: forensic-grade detail. Length: 23 meters, 75 feet. Weight: 18,000 kg, 19.8 tons. Build: streamlined, muscular, jet-black dermal layer with chromatophore patches for adaptive camouflage. Skull: reinforced cranial cartilage with multiple rows of interlocking teeth capable of crushing metal hulls. Eyes: reflective, sensitive to minimal light. Can detect bioluminescence of other deep-sea creatures up to 200 meters away. Fins: oversized, flexible, capable of sudden bursts at 55 kilometers per hour, 34 miles per hour. Gills: enlarged for high-efficiency oxygen extraction in low-pressure zones. Bioluminescence: ventral photophores emit pulsed flashes to hypnotize or confuse prey. Tail: large caudal fin with explosive acceleration capacity. 3. Behavioral profile: aggression: opportunistic predator. Will actively stalk high-value prey for extended periods before attacking. Social behavior: solitary. Exhibits territorial behavior in deep trench ecosystems. Cognition level: above average elasmobranch intelligence, capable of pattern recognition and ambush strategies. Psychological effect: presence induces acute fear response in divers. Sonar exposure triggers disorientation and panic. 4. Evolutionary theory: likely a surviving lineage from a prehistoric megashark ancestor, adapted for extreme ocean depths. Exhibits convergent traits with deep-sea cephalopods for stealth, bioluminescence, and sensory augmentation. Humans may carry minor genetic markers for hypoxia tolerance and heightened visual sensitivity to low-light environments. V. Historical encounters: 1782. Sailors report black waters boiling with teeth near Mariana Trench abyss. 1947. Submersible footage destroyed by Navy showing a massive black silhouette with glowing ventral spots. 2019. Dark Mind Deep-Sea Reconnaissance observed predatory behavior. Sample collection initiated. 2021. Containment achieved using pressurized aquatic enclosure, modified tranquilizer systems, and bioluminescent decoys. Capture: full report. Background: for 9 months, the black shark had been responsible for disappearance of deep-sea drones, destruction of 2 unmanned research submersibles, over 40 missing fishermen across multiple coastal regions, a series of sonar anomalies showing an apex predator the size of a small submarine. Satellite imagery revealed bioluminescent signatures matching no known species, and deep current disturbances indicated something massive patrolling trench lines at depths no natural shark could survive. Bari capture operations. Operation Abyss Net, Phase 1. A 3-vessel fleet was deployed. R/V Telemon, command ship. ADS 03 Leviathan, deep-sea armored submersible. R/V Huxley, decoy and sonar bait vessel. Purpose: track migratory patterns. Map cave networks where the creature surfaced. Test if it reacted to certain frequencies. Over the next 6 weeks, the team learned. The creature hunted by sound vibrations. It was attracted to high-pressure fluctuations. It reacted aggressively to blue-spectrum bioluminescence. This informed the trap. Operation Abyss Net, Phase 2. The trap set. 1. Construction of the containment cage. A massive pressure-rated aquatic enclosure was lowered into the trench. Reinforced titanium alloy. Internal shock absorbers. Motion-triggered hydraulic gates. Internal pressure equalization to mimic trench environment. The cage itself was coated with a synthetic scent based on decomposing whale matter to mask human presence. 2. Modified tranquilizer systems. Ordinary tranquilizers do nothing at 8,000 plus psi pressure. So researchers developed osmotic penetration tranquilizer harpoons, designed to breach the thick, armor-like dermal plating. Delivered a neurosedative stable under deep pressure and near freezing temperatures. Each harpoon had a microfusion tracker to monitor movement after impact. 3. Bioluminescent decoys. The team deployed 12 autonomous decoys designed to mimic the flickering light patterns of giant squid. Each decoy emitted low-frequency pulses to mimic distressed prey. The shark exhibited strong predatory fixation on these signals during prior observation. These decoys led it directly into the trap zone. The capture event. Contact. Sonar picks up a fast-moving mass rising from the trench floor. Speed: 22 knots. Depth: 10,900 feet. Bioluminescent decoys activate. The approach. Cameras capture something enormous gliding through the abyss. Only visible by trails of black silt. Occasional flashes of teeth reflecting blue decoy glow. No body shape fully visible, only a silhouette darker than the water around it. It circles the decoys, then rushes forward. Cage entry. The creature charges the largest decoy. Hydraulic gate sensors detect pressure wave. Gates slam shut behind it. The cage shakes violently. Harpoon deployment. 3 tranquilizer harpoons fire automatically. 1 lodges behind the pectoral fin. 2nd embeds in the dorsal ridge. 3rd hits the lower jaw. The shark thrashes, twisting the steel supports. Internal pressure stabilizers activate. Sedation phase. Its movements become erratic, smashing into the titanium walls, emitting low-frequency vibrations, possibly distress or echolocation. After 94 seconds, tranquility sets in. The creature goes limp. Extraction. The entire cage is winched upward by a dual crane system. Reinforced braided cables designed to resist 120 tons of force. Support divers and drones guide the ascent. Post-capture stabilization. On-surface procedures. Once aboard, the cage was flooded with temperature-controlled salt water. Pressure regulated to 75% of trench level. Slow depressurization over 8 hours to prevent organismal collapse. Monitoring showed no vital system failure. Stable respiration. Sedation maintained. The creature was then transferred to the pressurized aquatic enclosure system now used for long-term containment. Final field notes. Lead marine biologist Dr. Renwall reported, "We did not capture a shark. We captured a primordial intelligence shaped like a predator. This thing learned every countermeasure we used. And next time, it will not fall for them again." 6. Current containment. Containment sector. Subaquatic Wing 04, the deep hold. Cell, titanium alloy reinforced tank, pressure stabilized to Mariana Trench conditions, 35 meters deep. Security, high voltage deterrence, sonar masking fields, remote bioluminescent lure systems. Diet, carnivorous. Prefers large marine mammals but will accept specially prepared substitute proteins. Security level, Omega class. Any breach triggers automatic high-frequency sonic lockdown. 7. Psychological profile. Full deep analysis. Emotional structure. Hyper-territorial, opportunistic, patient hunter. Observed intelligence traits. Tracks prey using pattern recognition and environmental mapping. Can coordinate ambushes in 3D aquatic terrain. Core drives. Survival, hunting efficiency, territorial dominance. Behavioral notes. Appears to recognize and respond differently to familiar versus unknown submersible vessels. Aggressive only when provoked or hungry. Dark Mind verdict. The black demon shark is an apex predator of unmatched efficiency, combining prehistoric physiology with advanced sensory and cognitive adaptations. Any human interaction is extremely high risk, particularly in its native deep-sea environment. Dark Mind Asylum. Cryptid Dossier File 014. Sandman/Desert Demon. Classification: Adaptive Nocturnal Predator / Mirage-Capable Humanoid. Specimen Designation: DSM-01/ The Scorching Shade. Status: Extremely hostile. Location of retrieval: Rub al-Khali, Arabian Desert. Date of containment: August 19, 2022. Compiled by Warden Valerius Hoss. Mythological origins. Reality corrected. Popular legend describes the Sandman as a spirit that punishes travelers at night, luring them into sand dunes with hallucinations. Dark Mind Asylum's research determined Sandman is a biologically evolved humanoid cryptid adapted to extreme desert conditions. Uses environmental heat gradients and refractive air layers to create optical illusions. Prey is lured via mirage-like projections that mimic water, shelter, or humans. Likely a survivalist apex predator evolved in isolation in hyper-arid regions. 2. Physical description. Clinical precision. Height: 8 feet 1 inch, 246 centimeters. Weight: 210 pounds, 95 kilograms. Build: long-limbed, extremely lean. Skin leathery, sand-colored, almost translucent in heat shimmer. Skull: flattened cranium with elongated jaw, multiple rows of serrated teeth. Eyes: reflective, adapted to low-light mirage perception, capable of detecting heat differentials. Limbs: extra joint articulation, capable of leaping 12 meters horizontally across dunes. Locomotion: both bipedal and quadrupedal. Minimal footprint to avoid detection. Special anatomy: skin contains light refractive chromatophores, producing localized mirages. Olfactory: can detect dehydration markers in prey from 200 meters. Endurance: capable of surviving 14+ days without water due to highly efficient metabolism. 3. Behavioral profile. Aggression: predatory, highly intelligent, stalks in dunes for days before striking. Social behavior: solitary, communicates via sand vibration and subtle light flashes at night. Cognition level: comparable to great apes, sets traps using dune topography, creates decoys from sand. Psychological effect: prolonged exposure to mirages triggers hallucinations, disorientation, acute paranoia. 4. Evolutionary theory. Likely a divergent human relative species, highly specialized for desert survival. Possible hybridization with ancient desert-dwelling primates or cryptid humanoids. Humans may carry rare genetic markers for Sandman-like environmental adaptation. V. Historical encounters. 1932. Caravan disappearance in Rub al-Khali. Last radiolog mentions shimmering figures in the sand. 1971. Oil exploration team attacked. Recovered footage shows humanoid silhouette leaping across dunes. 2022. Dark Mind retrieval successful using seismic traps and mirage dampening nets. Bari capture observations. Field teams had been tracking the desert demon for months. Reports consistently described a tall, skeletal humanoid silhouette with backward jointed limbs. Skin like cracked obsidian and ash. A head that appeared blurred, as if mirage distorted. Footprints that appeared and disappeared unpredictably. Psychological attacks consisting of induced hallucinations, sudden dehydration, memory fog, panic states, cameras malfunctioned around it, radios distorted into whispers. Even drones lost GPS stabilization for 3 to 6 seconds when the entity passed beneath. The primary challenge wasn't stopping the demon, it was perceiving it long enough to engage. 2. Operational setup. Mirage dampening nets, enhanced version. Originally designed to counter heat shimmer predators, the nets were upgraded with thermal cooling filaments to flatten temperature gradients, reflective scatter patterning to reveal distortions the demon used to cloak itself, anchoring harpoons that self-correct orientation in sandstorms. These nets prevented the demon from phasing through heat haze. Seismic lures and traps. Teams buried 48 seismic plates calibrated to detect gate irregularity unique to the demon. Send false tremor signatures mimicking wounded prey. Activate capture pistons that temporarily destabilize sand beneath target. 3 prototypes failed due to the demon's ability to skip its weight across the ground. Version 4 succeeded once combined with cross-pattern triangulation. Psychogenic shield helmets. Operators wore helmets lined with EEG stabilization grays, whisper neutralizing audio filters, auto-injection anti-hallucination doses, visual parallax correction to prevent the double-image mirage effect. These prevented team members from turning on each other, a previously documented risk. 3. The capture event. Date: May 14, 2022. Duration: 2 hours, 27 minutes. Conditions: midnight, fast winds, rolling heat pockets. Stage 1. Lure activation. The seismic plates triggered in sequence, imitating a dying desert hare. Within minutes, operators heard the familiar distortion. KR's is water. Give it back. The demon appeared on thermal scopes only as a humanoid void, absorbing all infrared. Stage 2. Mirage collapse. Teams fired the mirage dampening nets in a cross formation. First 2 missed as the demon flickered sideways. The third hit. The net shimmered, lighting up like a broken hologram as it clung to the creature's outline, forcing its body to become visually coherent for the first time. Stage 3. Physical containment. The demon shrieked, a hollow metallic exhalation, and attempted to burrow into the sand. That triggered seismic trap cluster B, collapsing the ground beneath it in a controlled sinkhole. The creature spasmed as its limbs jerked involuntarily, unable to anchor itself. Stage 4. Sensory overload suppression. Because the demon attacked through sensory hallucinations, teams deployed white silica fog grenades to interrupt visual targeting, low-frequency sonic pulses calibrated to disrupt its mirage field, salt sand dispersal cannons. Its skin reacted violently to mineral saturation. For 11 seconds, the demon became nearly invisible again, but not before the nets fully contracted. Stage 5. Sedation and retrieval. 3 tranquilizer harpoons were fired into upper thorax, right clavicle, lower abdomen. The sedative mix was specialized. Ketyloid 7 for multi-limbed predators. Dehydration-resistant carrier gel. Neural quieting enzymes. The demon collapsed while making its only recorded coherent vocalization. Too loud. Your minds are too loud. It was lifted using an insulated containment frame lined with mineralized sand barriers. 4. Final notes. Its mirage cloak weakened by 92% during sedation. DNA samples evaporated after 11 minutes, turning to black dust. It instinctively avoided moonlight, despite relying on heat shimmer. The creature remained semi-conscious for 6 hours, whispering in multiple languages, some ancient, some unknown. 6. Current containment. Containment sector. Subterranean Wing S9, the Mirage Cell. Cell. Temperature regulated, sand-free, UV-suppressive environment. Security. Anti-thermal cameras, vibration sensors, optical dampening panels. Diet. Carnivorous. Prefers high water content prey. Security level. Omega class. Any breach triggers automatic desert illusion suppression. 7. Psychological profile. Full deep analysis. Emotional structure. Detached, opportunistic, extremely territorial. Observed intelligence traits. Uses deception extensively, mimics human voices to lure intruders. Core drives. Survival, hunting efficiency, territorial dominance. Dark Mind verdict. Sandman represents an apex predator of the desert, blending environmental adaptation with strategic predation. Dark Mind Asylum. Cryptid Dossier File 015. Abominable Snowman / Yeti. Classification: High-altitude apex hominid / cold-adapted predator. Specimen designation: YETI-01 / the Frost Titan. Status: extremely hostile. Location of retrieval: Nepal / Himalayas, Khumbu Valley. Date of containment: December 2nd, 2020. Compiled by Warden Valerius Hoss. Mythological origins. Legends portray the Yeti as a guardian spirit of the mountains or a monstrous beast of ice. Reality: a genetically divergent hominid subsisting at extreme altitudes for millennia. Capable of extreme cold resistance and low oxygen survival. Muscles adapted for vertical climbing and long-distance stalking. Behavioral mimicry reported. Imitates animal calls and human voices to disorient prey. 2. Physical description. Forensic grade detail. Height: 9 feet 0 inches, 274 centimeters. Weight: 560 pounds, 254 kilograms. Build: massive musculature, broad shoulders, thick fur covering body. Hair white to gray for camouflage. Skull: robust cranial structure, forward-facing eyes, strong jaw for predation. Eyes: reflective blue-gray, superior night vision, detects thermal variations. Limbs: extra grip pads on hands and feet, opposable toes, digitigrade running possible. Locomotion: bipedal and quadrupedal. Can traverse cliffs and ice slopes with ease. Teeth and claws: canines 5 centimeters, retractable claws for climbing and combat. Olfactory: extremely sensitive, detects humans over 1 kilometer away. Longevity: estimated natural lifespan 120 plus years. 3. Behavioral profile. Aggression: territorial, highly intelligent predator, rarely attacks without provocation. Social behavior: small packs reported, possible extended family units. Cognition level: comparable to great apes, capable of tool use and basic problem solving. Psychological effect: presence induces primal fear, vertigo in exposed humans due to sudden height perception changes. 4. Evolutionary theory. Likely a surviving branch of early hominids, possibly Homo heidelbergensis, adapted to extreme altitudes. Physiological adaptations mirror convergent evolution traits for cold, hypoxic survival. Humans may carry dormant genetic traces, explaining rare congenital cold resistance. V. Historical encounters. 1921. British expedition reports humanoid footprints over 40 centimeters long. 1951. Local Sherpa encounters white giant during rescue mission. 2020. Dark Mind capture team employed ultrasonic sedation and reinforced cliff nets to contain specimen. Periop intel. Over the course of winter 2019 to 2020, satellite thermal scans detected a large humanoid heat signature traveling along cliff ridges. Patterns suggesting tool-like intelligence, stacked ice, buried caches. Sudden disappearances of climbers and researchers. Echoes of bellowing vocalizations bouncing through valleys. Recovered survivor testimony included. It didn't walk, it leaned forward, like the wind carried it. And its eyes weren't white. They were reflective, like metal. Snow density samples also revealed massive quadruped pressure depressions, meaning the Yeti shifted its gait between biped and knuckle walk to accelerate downslope. 2. Rescue phase. Search conditions. Wind chill, -42 degrees Fahrenheit. Visibility, 10 to 40 meters. Oxygen, 54% of sea level baseline. Operators deployed flare thermals and wide-field bioscanners to locate the missing team. 2 were found unconscious inside a snow well. The third was missing. Before extraction could begin, a massive bellow, low enough to rattle teeth, echoed from a glacier shelf above. The Yeti was close. 3. Initial contact. At 2:17 local time, motion trackers registered a 9-meter displacement in less than 2 seconds. Thermal imagery confirmed a towering, broad-shouldered figure. Height, 3.4 meters. Fur, matte white with frost clumping. Gait, forward hunched sprint. Eyes, bright metallic reflection. It carried the missing third researcher over its shoulder, still breathing but hypothermic. Attempts at verbal distraction failed. The creature responded with an ear-splitting roar that cracked ice 32 meters away. 4. Capture engagement. 8. Ultrasonic sedation deployment. The Dark Mind capture team activated tri-wave ultrasonic emitters tuned to disrupt muscle coordination, inner ear equilibrium, aggression centers in large primate physiology. The Yeti staggered, claws scraping ice as its posture dipped from upright to quadruped to regain balance. Ultrasonic waves caused snow plumes to rise around its body. B. Reinforced cliff nets. Because tranquilizers are nearly useless on thick-furred megafauna at sub-zero temperatures, the team employed titanium-laced cryonets. Shock-dampening anchors drilled into the cliffside. Weighted drop lines with auto-lock pulleys. When the Yeti leapt toward the ridge edge, possibly to escape with the hostage, operators triggered the net simultaneously from 4 angles. The creature hit the mesh with such force that 3 anchors bent. The ice shelf fractured. A micro-avalanche cascaded 60 meters below, but the net held. C. Sub-zero tranquilization. Once restrained, a specialized cocktail was administered. Cryo-stabilized ketamine analog, won't freeze at -40 degrees Fahrenheit. Adrenal inhibitor, prevents rage surges. Respiration buffer, keeps lungs functional at altitude. The Yeti roared until its voice dropped to a slow, ragged rumble, then collapsed. The rescued researcher was recovered with severe frostbite but no fractures. V. Post-capture notes. Yeti showed signs of protective behavior, not predatory intent. It may have been trying to save the researcher from the storm. Its fur contained hollow fibers similar to polar bears but denser and partially metallic. Kodak nerve reflexes continued firing for 37 minutes post-sedation. Vocalizations recorded at 12 to 16 Hz, below human hearing. These low-frequency calls caused equipment vibration. 6. Current containment. Containment sector. High-altitude simulation wing H7. Cell. Climate-controlled, snow-simulating environment with reinforced steel and vibration-dampening flooring. Security. Omega class. Multiple tranquilizer protocols. Thermal and seismic monitoring. 7. Psychological profile. Full deep analysis. Emotional structure. Highly territorial, familial bonding with select individuals. Observed intelligence traits. Capable of planning ambushes, mimics vocalizations, recognizes human hierarchies. Core drives. Survival, territory defense, pack cohesion. Dark Mind verdict. Yeti represents one of the most advanced non-human predators on Earth, blending extreme adaptation with hominid intelligence. All cryptids captured by Dark Mind Asylum Cryptids Special Teams. Biological Anomalies Division. Special Cryptid Retrieval Task Force. Black Lantern Division. These three subjects and unique individuals represent only a fraction of what resides within Dark Mind Asylum. Each mind is a story. Each story is a warning. Each gift is a curse. Our observation continues. Our containment is absolute, and the unknown, ever present. These patients inhabit a world between fear and understanding, a delicate balance maintained by our observation and control. Here at Dark Mind Asylum, the extraordinary becomes documented, the dangerous becomes contained, and the mind, both human and beyond, remains under scrutiny. As new file episodes continue, you will witness the evolution of this reality, the layers of their ability, and the everlasting of continuity. Join us next time as we delve further into the darkness.